What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today, well, we have more updates coming your way. There's a lot of them which we want to cover today. One of them being, you'll notice the home screen is actually different, with the transition temple becoming an actual building among the main, like, 4 around the campaign. You'll also notice they've switched up where the wishing fountain has located itself. It's now Tavern and Wishing Fountain. So when you go in here, you have a brand new interface. Bam, right there. We got the tavern, still the same as always. Man, we have a lot of scrolls. I might need to use those for gems. And then of course you have the regular Wishing Fountain, and you have the super Wishing Fountain. Holy cow, we have some super wishing coins. The reward's still pretty good, getting 2 cores of transcendence gems. It's something you're going to want to make sure you still do every single month, and in this case we're going to go for 50 of them right now, see if we can get lucky and hit a hero copy. I wish they would finally just put like light and dark heroes on here. That would just be like amazing. I think that was 50. Was that 50? We'll find out, right? Yeah, that was 50. Cool. So yeah, we got a lot of resources there. We got some cores of transcendence. We got deluxe chests because we have the pass. 5 soul symbols, kind of important. So that is where that's gone. And the transition temple, like I said, is now an official building. Nothing else that I can tell has really changed here. You can still click on all of these nodes to see exactly how many of each difficulty or power level you've had. You can see here, it kind of fills up the bar too. So you'll notice right here, this icon is fully shined up. Well, this one behind me, well, you can't really see it. It only has this one little node, and then the other ones like in the background are completely empty. That means currently we can only have 3 at Surge, which means even if I get my Scarlet Queen Halora stronger, she can't quite get up there until we upgrade to, it looks like, yeah, level 3. So to get level 3, what we need to do is get 2 heroes to maxed out Surge. Now, just so you guys know, our heroes at this 2 little star thing here is correct at it. It's at 2, but you need to level them up. We need to take them up to the max of this level, which is going to be a little difficult because that's going to take a lot of this scattered spirit vein. It's going to be a struggle. We're also going to figure out which heroes we're doing it with. Most likely, we're going to force our hand here and go in, because like I said, even if we were able to do this right now with enough of these, it says it cannot accommodate a hero of the higher destiny anymore. Please upgrade the destiny temple. So that's where it's at there. It's kind of cool. And the one thing I want to talk about is they did update the tree to make a little bit more sense. Previously, you really had no clue around the circle. It went from like bottom middle to bottom left to bottom right. It zigzagged all over the place. Now you have a much better understanding of where and how everything actually builds. And that's pretty cool. You can always click up here. This is what you get when you first unlock Destiny Transition. You get the base version of the Destiny there, and then of course as you level ourselves up, you get additional effects showing you. First one, of course, is the old bottom middle one. Next one was the previous bottom left. Then you can see here, this one right here is the one that was on the bottom right previously. We come to the next one. This right here, I think actually was the top left one right here. So it used to be up the top left. Then you move over here. This used to be the top right. And finally, you get the spiritual pivot. This is the one that enhances your already enhanced tradition or transition skill. So like you see here, this goes from, you know, you basically use it, get 2,000 attack, have a chance to fear. Instead, now it has like consumes them, deals damage 2 times for 1,500 instead of 1 time for 2,000, with a 100% chance to fear them. And yeah, there's a lot of really cool effects. So far, I'm liking this change. The fact that we now have this tree a little bit more self-explanatory. Refund still costing 10 soul symbols, still takes 5,000 of these Aurora shards to get a divine power Aurora gem outside of events. But there is something that we're going to be covering after this too. If you guys are interested in the Void campaign, perfect time for it to pop up right here. The Void Invasion boss is here, and you'll notice you can fight it right away. There were concerns that you weren't going to be able to fight it immediately. However, it looks like we can challenge it immediately. It's only divine power 3, and this is where we're going to get more Aurora gems, and more importantly, those scattered spirit vein. Of course, we're getting stellar shards and all the other loot and stuff to go along with it. Good Lord Jesus here. Um, does that mean that people have already double cleared this? I wonder what the point system actually looks like on this one. I'm sure somebody has a chart somewhere to show exactly how many points you can get. But yeah, everybody's on the leaderboard. So is this leaderboard different than listed leaderboard? It is. So each one is exclusive. It seems like this boss might be a lot easier. We will find out a little bit later today, but I really like the fact that they've added the transition temple right here, so you can just jump in, look at your heroes, all that fun stuff, see where your power level's at, level it up, of course, as well, to unlock more divine power, because remember, as you go up past level 2, you start getting divine power almost every single one for every one of your heroes that is destiny transitioned, eventually going all the way up to 9. But this is like, that's a lot of heroes. This is like we have tenants upon tenants that have been transitioned, and that's going to be a long time, because the fact that tenants now need noble cores as well means it's not going to be all your tenants you normally have building up, and you're still going to be hyper focusing on very specific heroes. So I don't know how this is going to go. Now, the one thing I do want to say is I highly recommend you guys to go for still Lord of Fear Aspen's Core of Origin. The one thing we've noticed is with newer heroes, mainly like Betty, if we come over to our bag and go to the Core of Origins here. So Betty's is interesting because hers is like one of the first ones that just makes the hero better instead of makes your overall team better. So it went from like Cores of Origin being support things to now, well, if you're gonna make that hero your main hero, you need a noble core, and hopefully it doesn't suck, because we'll be honest, some of these cores on this list do suck for overall like usefulness, especially like Doom Terminator Vulcan's a good example. If you don't have a good secondary damage dealer, his really does not do much, because it just adds more damage to a secondary damage dealer. If your team's just dying and you don't have anybody secondary, it's gonna suck, whereas hers is really good. What I would say is continue to build towards Lord of Fear Aspens, because just about every single account is going to want to make Lord of Fear Aspen their first Destiny transition hero. So building up, getting his noble core is going to be really important. I would stay away from those Star Alchemist Holmes Young cores, the Starwing Jara cores, all those things that we used to do until you have a Destiny transitioned hero, no matter who your main hero is, whether it's Lord of Fear Aspen. I mean, heck, if you're doing like what we're doing on the free-to-play account, Doom, Terminator, Vulcan, just make sure you know what you're doing. And honestly, don't even get any of your cores out of chests until you need them. We have none of them right now, but I would not touch your core chest at all until you're 100% ready to go straight up to a noble core, unless it's one that's going to help you and you know in the long run this is going to be the way you go. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Transition Temple is here. Move stuff around. Things have been clarified. See you guys next time.